This is how we do. We make it moving like a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. Make it move. Fresh like Impala, chrome hydraulics. Get away from. Oh boy. Let me prepare. Let me prepare my. Whoops. Hey Sarah, how you doing, girl? Fresh like Impala, chrome hydraulics. Hold on, I gotta send myself something. Who's this texting me? Hey, oh wait. Yeah, dude, that's why everybody got so excited about this. All right, hold on. I gotta. Good morning, good morning. Really wasn't planning on going live today, but I got this comment, and it's just so funny. Laura, for people, they're just trying so fucking hard, dude, to bring me down. But it ain't working. It ain't fucking working. All right, let's take a look at it. I'll wait for a few more of you guys to get in here. Let me just prepare. Oh, it's still downloading. No, is it? All right. Okay. This is fucking funny. I was like, I was gonna make a community post, and I was like, fuck it. Let's just go live. I got time today, girl. Tired as usual. I hear you. Yeah, it's Friday morning. Yay. Snowing here. Anybody else getting snow today? Fresh lad. Impala. Chrome hydraulics. All right. Wait for a few more, you guys. Finally, my notifications are working. Yay. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Love seeing your how-to videos. Thank you. I might be actually making a few more in the near future. I was working on actually, all right, so I want to make my own like custom mold of something that only I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like an original piece kind of thing. So I'm working on something right now with some clay and stuff, but if it comes out good, I'll show you guys. If not, you'll never know. You'll never know. So I was playing with some clay this morning. It's very relaxing. Uh, but I had to take a little break because I had to go run an errand, and then here I am. Hey, Beefergs. Hey, you're bored at work. So I just had to run an errand, and I just got back, and I'm sitting in my car, and I see I got a comment. Well, I was on the phone with my friend. I just got off the phone. Hey, my love of Christ, how you doing? So check this out. It's really funny. I'm like, dude, these people gotta fucking try harder. This is either Laura, one of her fucking stupid people, or maybe it's Melissa. Maybe it's Melissa. You never know. But hold on. I thought this was funny because we're gonna talk about this. I love highlighting these stupid comments that I get from people. So just to show you, this account was created. Look, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, January 7th, 2024. Right? It's like, so you went and created this whole ass account 2 days ago to leave this comment. Okay, so ready? So in case you guys didn't see, I put a picture up on my community page of this mold. It's basically just a set of hands holding up a candle right now. You could put anything in it. In fact, I'm happy that I posted it on here because a lot of you guys had great ideas for uses for the mold, for the finished piece, I should say, not the mold. But a lot of you guys had, some good ideas like a candy bowl, a key holder, what else was there? A couple of things. Just letting you know, I wouldn't put like if you're putting candy in a cement bowl of some type, just make sure it's wrapped because I don't think cement is really food safe because there's like a dust on it. But as long as it's wrapped, it should be fine. You could seal it too, using like a wax. They sell like cement sealers, stone sealers. So if you want to, but I just personally wouldn't use it for food, especially since you really can't clean it good because it's porous. It's not like a a glazed piece of porcelain or ceramic where the glaze kind of solidifies it. So hold on a second. Let me go over here. I'll show you guys. I should have just did this right off my community post, but hold on a second. I'll show you guys the piece here because I think this is really funny that people have to make up these fake accounts to come over to my page and leave these stupid comments trying to compare me to Laura. But hold on a second. Let me stop this share. Go on to the next one. I'm gonna put it by my mailbox. Yeah, I gotta just photograph it. It really sucks because I like to get natural light and it's been cloudy, but I have artificial lighting. So this is it. This is what we're looking at here. They're like two hands kind of together. I just threw that candle in there just to show you. I wouldn't put a regular candle in there. That's why I said an LED candle because like there's really no flat part at the bottom. So I don't necessarily know if I would trust a regular, candle in there. But this is it. And when I say they're life sized, I actually held my hands, which I have pretty big hands, and they're just about the same size as my hands. So maybe a little bit tiny bit smaller. So I mean that's literally the size of like a hand, right? So all right, so that's that. That was the picture. And here's the comment. That's so funny. Laura's people gotta be fucking they try so hard. And it just tells me so much. All right, let's go here. I love hands too, which is the reason why I picked that mold out. I got it for free. I told you guys yesterday, the guy gave it to me for free because he used my picture on his page. So as like a token of his gratitude, he told me to go pick out, anything from his website. So I picked that out and he sent it to me for free. So anyway, here's the comment, right? This is so funny. This is creepy. Sorry. The hands are weird, but don't ask for criticism and blame Laura for it. Like what? You're bound to receive You're bound to receive, and again, this can only be Laura because like why is this a new sentence? This should all be one sentence, right? Let me reread this. This is creepy. Sorry, the hands are weird, but don't ask for criticism and blame Laura for it. You're bound to receive since that's all you did for 3 years. I'd be so terrified of eating my words if I was you. I'm not, though. That's the thing. She's put out her mistakes. That's how you know what not to do. But if you've been at this for a year, how do you not know Wix yet? You're doing all the things she did when she started and you mocked her for it. So let's break this down. Number one, you could think that hands are creepy. They kind of are. You're right. They're a little creepy. Not going to fucking argue with you. Any human body, right? Things that are sold or put out for decoration. I mean, of course it's going to be a little fucking creepy, but that's what makes it fucking cool at the same time, But I mean, you're allowed to think they're creepy. The one thing you can't say, okay, that's your opinion though, and you don't have to buy them. I don't give a fuck. My life is going to go on if you think those hands are creepy, just to let you know. Okay. My business is going to go on. As you can see by the comments under the post, there's tons of people that don't think that they're creepy, but that will buy them. So I really don't fucking care if you don't think they're creepy and you don't want to buy them. But here's the other thing. That's great. You could say that they're creepy. The one thing you can't say about them is that they're not made well. Okay. The quality and the craftsmanship is perfect. Okay. That's the one thing you can't say. There's no fingerprints. There's no fucking schmutz. They're perfectly made. Okay. So you can't say anything about that, but you could think that they're creepy. I don't really give a fuck. Okay. It's not going to change my life or affect me in any way, shape, or form. Oops. Sorry. Hold on. I just accidentally clicked off the screen. Okay. All right. So next part of this, you're bound to receive. Okay, so the don't ask for criticism and blame Laura for it. Why are you assuming? First of all, I asked the people that bought my products. Okay, first of all, calling something creepy, that's not criticism. That's just your opinion, and I really don't care. I asked the people who bought my candles to critique them, which one person actually gave me. And I'll show you guys. One person that bought them, she's in the chat. She emailed me and she gave me a very detailed description of how her candle was burning, the scent, everything. She let me know. She sent me a picture and everything. And she loved it. She absolutely loved it. And that is all I was asking for. But I'm also asking for, if you didn't love it, to let me know too, because I really need to know. I need to know how to improve my products, right? So I don't know why I would blame Laura for that. You're just making an assumption. I'm not going to blame Laura when I ask people who actually purchased my products to critique them and just tell me how they did. But again, you could critique this and have an opinion on it. I don't give a fuck. Like, that doesn't hurt my feelings, because I know that based on the rest of your comment here, you're only just doing this because you're obviously either Laura or one of her friends, and you're salty because Laura's shit is garbage, dude. Laura's quality is fucking horrendous. Okay. So when her people come over here and do this, all you're doing is inviting me to critique her shit more, because it's horrendous quality, dude. Horrendous. Okay. Horrendous, which is why she doesn't put actual pictures of her actual products up on her website, because if she did, nobody would fucking buy them. Okay. Thanks. So anyway, again, that's my opinion though. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, right? So anyway, let's keep going here with this, because I think it's funny. They say, that's all you did for 3 years. Yeah, that's all I did. I haven't been working on my own shit for 3 years. That's all I do. You guys, I don't leave my house for any other purpose. I don't do anything else. I just sit here for 3 years straight, guys, and I critique Laura shit. Straight, 3 years straight. Okay. Anyway, and you know what? I'll continue to critique her shit until she fucking improves it, until she improves it, and it actually looks like something I'd want to fucking buy. So get used to it, okay? We might go on 4 years of critiquing her shit. But anyway, and especially when her stupid people are going to come over here and try to fucking do stupid shit like this. So they go, I'd be so terrified of eating my words if I was you. Well, I'm not, but that's fine. I'm not terrified of eating my words. Because again, no matter what, even if my products fail, right? Let's just say all my candles that I sent out don't burn properly and they fail. Laura's stuff still looks like shit. It doesn't change anything about her shit. So, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. So then they asked this question. This was funny. I'm sorry. She puts out her mistakes. No. She didn't put out her mistakes. She sold her mistakes to people. Okay. And then had no choice but to admit that she made mistakes when people started to point out all of her mistakes and her fucking horrible craftsmanship. Okay. I wouldn't exactly call that mistakes, what she did mistakes, because mistakes happen by accident. Okay. Laura did this shit on purpose. She sent out candles that were not in proper vessels. Okay. She sent out candles that looked like shit, that had wrinkled labels. Those aren't mistakes, dude. Those didn't happen by accident. She did that on purpose, dude. I mean, what is she, blind? She doesn't see what she's packing into a box at the end of the day? Because I'll tell you, every candle that went out of my house, or any product that goes out of my house, gets inspected by me before it goes into a box to make sure that there's no, bullshit on it. No dog hair, no fucking cracks, whatever. Okay. So yeah. So that's one thing. Anyway, so I'm not worried about that, because her shit, she put out experiments. She didn't put mistakes out. She put out experiments, and she had a lot of people coming back to her telling her that her shit wasn't working, because I personally don't think that she did the testing. I think she just started making things, because a lot of people are under the assumption that I'll just throw a candle together and it'll work. And that's just not the case. It might work, but it might not work properly. So anyway, they say, she put out her mistakes. That's how you know what not to do. But if you've been at this for a year, how do you not know Wix yet? Who said I didn't know Wix? Who said that? And who said I've been at it for a year? I don't spend my every waking moment making candles. I made some testers. I did some other shit for. I have a life too. So I don't know Wix, because I didn't test every single vessel that I made. It costs money for you to do testing. I have to take money out of my pocket okay, to ensure that my product's good. I don't make money off of testing. So when I do that, I have to spend an exorbitant amount of money just to basically waste product. So my testing has to occur in small increments. I could do a little bit of testing and then, I might have to wait and then buy more material and then test some more. So it's not like I was sitting here on a daily basis testing. I also only tested a few of my vessels. I didn't test every single one that I make. I have over probably 20 different vessels that I make. So I tested different waxes, I tested different wicks in different vessels. And so what do you mean, how do I not know? No candle maker on the planet knows what wick is going to work in what vessel. You would have to test it. Everybody has to test. Even the huge candle manufacturers have to test their wicks before they make their product. You know that, right? So, I mean, Laura might not know that, but everybody has to test. When you try a new shaped vessel, because no vessels are the same size, one of them might have a 3-inch diameter, one of them might have a 2.75-inch diameter. You have to use a different wick in each container because you don't know what wick is going to work. So you have to test them. So that's how I don't know, because no candle maker should know. That's why I have a couple that I know which wick works in them. And then there's a lot that I don't know because I haven't tested all my vessels yet. So that's why I'm doing that. So there's your answer to that. Which is why I said I'll go live, because who could explain this in writing? So anyway, this was the funny part. They're like, how do you not know wicks yet? Well, I do for some of them, but for other ones, I don't. Like these ones that I had on my community post yesterday, the black ones, I never made a candle in that vessel before. So, well, I have made other candles with different wax, but I've never made it with this wax, with that fragrance oil in that vessel with those wicks. So I had to test them. I could have just, made a candle and took a wild guess. I mean, I know a starting point because I have these wicks called the Premier wicks, right? So you could go from their 700 series. So they go all the way from like 700 to 760 or 70 or something like that. And I have 730, 720, 730, 735, 740, 745, 755, 750. Oh, I went backwards there. 760 and 765. So I knew a good starting point would have been a 750. So then one of those candles has a 750, one of them has a 755, and the other one has a 760, just to see. So what I should have done, but I should have went down one too, but the smallest one that I used seems to be doing okay in there. But I'm watching them. I mean, that's what you have to do, so you don't fucking light people's houses on fire. And also so that the candle burns properly. You should do that with every candle you make, no matter what. If you try a new scent out in the same vessel, you should retest it again. And that's exactly what I do. So there's your answer on that, about why I don't know wicks yet, because nobody knows wicks. That's like the biggest mystery of the candle making community, is what wick do I use? There's about 100 different types. Okay. And and some of them are better for natural waxes. Some of them are better for paraffin waxes. I mean, that's like an almost impossible question to answer for people when people ask. And if you go in any candle groups online, that's all you see is like, oh, which wick should I use? And the answer is like, you don't even know. People don't even know. So it's a very hard thing to figure out. But anyway, so that's how I don't know. And I'm going to continue to not know in the future until I test the wick out in the vessel. So there's your answer for that, because all little things could affect it. If I put a different fragrance oil in there, if I put a different amount of fragrance oil, I could need a different wick. There's so many different factors that go into it to explain to you. So anyway, but Laura, she'll never get this depth into explaining things to people, because I don't know if she even has the knowledge, to be quite honest with you, after 3 years. So anyway, how do you not know wicks? Okay, so this is the funny part. You're doing all the things she did when she started out and you mocked her for. I don't recall Laura asking people that she sold things to for feedback. I don't recall her doing that, but I did it because that's how you grow, okay, as a maker or a person or an artist or whatever, or craftsman, whatever you want to call yourself, okay, you have to get feedback from the people that buy your products. I want feedback always, but I especially want it after my first batch of candles that I sold, my first large batch of candles that I made. I definitely need the feedback. You don't have to do it. I'm just asking for it. I don't think she's ever asked for that. What she did instead was she went on her website and she wrote up fake reviews from fake people and praised the shit out of herself like she was perfect. I didn't do that. Okay. I didn't do that. I'm asking the real people who actually bought my candles to just give me some feedback. Let me know. So far, it's been good. I've gotten, a couple of different people giving me feedback and it's been all good. Thank God. I'm hoping, and I wanted to let people know that if there is any negative feedback out there, please don't feel, bad telling me. Like I could take the criticism. I could take it. I need it, in fact, because I want to know if there's something wrong. I need to know about it so I can fix it and do better the next time. I don't recall Laura ever asking for such a thing. In fact, to this day, she still doesn't ask for it. I I ask people for it. Yeah, she had reviews. Get this, Muffin Mouse. When she first made her website and I was friends with her, I was, checking it out while we were on the phone one time. And I was like, dude, like, where'd these reviews come from? Because I'm thinking, that's weird. You you haven't even shared the website yet. How the fuck is there reviews on it? How the fuck is there reviews on it? Whose reviews are those? She just made them up. She just made them up. I don't even think she had sent out candles yet at that point. Or maybe sent out a couple, but like I'm like, there's no way people wrote reviews already. That's impossible. You didn't even launch the fucking website yet. How would they have written reviews? Or like either that was first launched. Another thing she did was she stole descriptions from like other websites and used them, even pictures in the beginning. I mean, I can show you the proof of that. I mean, she literally stole descriptions from Rite Aid and like other websites for things. My descriptions probably aren't the best on mine, but I wrote them all myself. Okay. So that's another mistake she made that I didn't make. The other thing was, Laura was putting flammable objects in her candles, and I don't do that. So I'm just like, I'm curious to know exactly what you think it is that I put in my candles, or the mistakes that I'm making, or all the things that she did that I'm doing that's the same. Just name one thing that's the same besides, all right, putting wax into a container. What else is the same that she did? I'm just curious. I need to know. Yeah, she knows it all. I'm always, open to suggestions, comments. People give them all the time, dude. Do you see me getting upset? People give me suggestions, Sarah gave me advice the other day, although I don't particularly think it would help in my situation. Well, there's several reasons, but Sarah was telling me heat up your vessels before you pour the wax so that you don't have to fix them. But in my situation, I don't like doing that. And first of all, you can do that. A lot of people do, but you don't have to. But I personally don't like doing it because what it does is it just makes a mess. It makes the wicks all flop over and the wax melts off the wicks, and then it gets all over the vessel. And it's just, I'd rather fix it afterwards in a more controlled way. So, but she was just trying to help me and give me advice. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, she guilts people into buying to help her pay bills. I would have to think my customers are buying for me because they felt sorry for me. Yeah. But like, I didn't make any of the mistakes that she made in the beginning. Asking people for feedback is not a mistake. Okay. I wrote to every single person in my comment section, like, look, dude, there could, even with me testing, you could still have a problem with your candle, which is why I want you to let me know if there is any problems, because I could test the shit out of something and then something could go wrong in the process of me making them that I'm not even aware of. So that's why I'm asking, just let me know. That's all. It's not a mistake. I mean, I'm sure somewhere along the lines, somebody might get back to me and be like, my candle didn't burn properly and I'm going to have to figure out why that is, but I mean, give me a break. There's a way to give advice and a way to give it viciously. Yeah, well, this person is just fucking being an asshole, clearly, because they're bothered, okay? They're just bothered that when I put something up on my, community page, it looks professional, you know? It don't look like garbage. So, clearly this person, I just don't know who else it would be besides Laura. I mean, who else would be this bothered by it? Or maybe Melissa. But yeah. I order because I feel bad for her. Are you being serious or whatever? I will give her this. At least she's trying to offer a product in exchange for money as a way to support her instead of just YouTube hand paneling. I mean, she does a little bit of both, but yeah, I'll give her that too. Like that's the whole thing, dude. I never sat there and just like ripped her apart. Like, and that's it. Like I've always given her credit if she's made improvements. I've always given her credit on those improvements. I'm not gonna just rip her apart just for the sake of ripping her apart. It's just that sometimes I see things and I'm like, Laura, this far in the game, like, why are you still making these like rookie mistakes, like getting a label on, crooked and then like not okay, shit happens. You made a mistake, peel it off, dude, and just you know what I'm saying? Like peel it off and get it right. Just fucking get it right. I'm like, to me, that's like good advice, for somebody or helpful feedback or criticism, constructive criticism, because it's like, dude, that's only going to improve the quality of your product by doing that. Like peel the label off, get some fucking, what's this shit called? Goof off or some rubbing alcohol, and then start over again, man. I know it sucks to waste things, but Trailer Swift Melissa is a person who is clipping things, clipping me, Alicia. Yeah, their name's Melissa. Little channel. They had a little channel. That's who Melissa is. So anyway, I would, it could be that person, but I find their name funny. You see their name is Burgundy Blues, which is kind of funny because doesn't Laura always wear burgundy nail polish? But it's kind of like baby blue. What was her name? Baby Blue. You guys remember her? She's still around. I used to really like that girl. What was her name? Baby Blue, right? Wasn't it Baby Blues? Something like that. She was cool. She didn't, when I stopped talking to Laura, she kind of hung, I don't know. She stayed in Laura's, neck of the woods, and that's fine. I didn't care, but anyway, Baby Blues, right? Wasn't that her name? Yeah, she wears burgundy brown lipstick too. That she does. But I'm just saying, like, the mistakes that Laura makes are fixable mistakes. Some of the things that she does, I think it's just a matter, and sorry, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say this, but I think it's a matter of Laura just lacking the artistic skill and eye, like to do things. Like sometimes you just need to know color theory, and that'll get you a long way so that you know what colors complement each other and what colors contrast with each other and don't go together. So some of it is just mistakes that are, I wouldn't even call them mistakes, just bad choices, I guess, because she lacks the knowledge, right? And the artistic skill that it takes to make better choices with her products, with her color decisions and all that. I thought that brown looked good from kissing too much ass. Well, sometimes. Here, I'll show you guys the thing I was working on here. What I plan on doing, and I don't know if it's going to work, so this could be a lot of wasted time for nothing here. But, oh no, what's that? I'm not done yet, so hold on a second. Let me get this stupid comment. So yeah, I just wanted to share this comment because I thought it was really funny because like clearly this is Laura's people, coming here, Laura or one of her fucking friends coming here and trying to, act like I'm doing something wrong or like, dude, keep trying. This is really funny. Like they're gonna shake my foundation. You know, oh my god, my hands are creepy, man. They think my hands are creepy. I mean, like, I don't fucking care if you think they're creepy. First of all, I didn't fucking make the hands. I mean, I made the mold. I didn't make the mold for the hands, the original, but whatever, dude. It doesn't bother me if you think they're creepy. Like, okay, they kind of are. I could get it. I got it. I get it. But like, you're not gonna get into my head basically and try to, oh my god, my products aren't good. Get the fuck out of here, dude. All right. I just thought it was funny because I'm like, yeah, dude, nothing I'm doing is even close to what Laura has done. No mistakes. Every business owner is gonna make mistakes, dude. The difference is that you try as hard as you can to not let those mistakes slip out of the you try as hard as you can to not let those mistakes get into a box and get shipped to your customer's house. But no matter how hard you try, there's always going to be a problem or an issue. I mean, I've had so many things break in shipment, on the way. Like, there's nothing I could do about that. I can't help that the box is going on a sorting machine and probably getting knocked around. And no matter how good I pack it, I mean, because I think the one thing I do here is pack my stuff really well. So, as good as I do, it still happens. MM said that account could be wait, MM said that account could be Melissa. I don't know a Melissa. I don't know Melissa either, but I'm pretty sure that's the name there. Where the fuck are my pictures? Oh, I guess I don't need that. Okay. All right. So what I was doing here is, I don't know, I got an obsession with lions' faces. So I was putting one on like a crappy vessel that I made already. And it obviously doesn't match. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to match because I'm just going to use this as a template. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to try to make, once I'm done with this, I'm going to paint it and seal it all. Okay. And then I'm going to try to pour silicone around it and make it into an actual mold so that I could use it as a vessel. But I'm not done yet, as you can see. I worked on his hair this morning on this side, and I'm still working on his hair. And then I got to finish this side with his hair. But this is just air dry clay, basically. So I don't know. I have a weird obsession with lion heads, and it has a double meaning. My mom actually was Leo, and she always had a lot of lion heads around the house, like Leo things. So it's kind of in honor of my mom. I have like a huge lion head on my fence in the backyard, but it is kind of with my mom, in mind. So there he is, my little lion. I think he looks pretty good. I mean, I was copying another sculpture, and it doesn't look exactly like the sculpture, but it's my own, it's my own version of a lion. So I think he's coming out pretty good. It's still wet over here, which is why it looks so much lighter on like the face, because I did that yesterday and that's starting to dry. But this part right here where it's darker is what I did today. So I think it's gonna, I mean, if this works, it'll be fucking awesome. Like, if I could actually make a mold out of this, how fucking cool would that be? I think it would be fucking awesome. So we'll see. So I gotta put him back. Hold on. Now that I see he's drying up a little bit, which doesn't matter because I'm kind of done with the face at this point. I'm just spritzing him to keep it wet. And I'm gonna put him back in his little house, his little bag. But that's why it don't really matter what it looks like now. It's gonna matter what it's gonna look like. If I could actually make a mold out of this, that would be fucking great, because then nobody will have this. Nobody will have this mold. It'll be an exclusive for me. I tried other ones, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a technical sculptor, meaning that like to make things that have to come out perfect like this, I'm not good at it. I'm better at things that are more subjective. So you guys know what I mean? I look like a mess right now. Sorry, it's freezing out. So yeah. I did. I'll show you the other ones. I tried. And I guess, you know what? With a little more practice, I could probably get better. But I thought this was like a good way of having to do this without me having to make the actual part of it, that the cup part. Because I really, who cares? Who cares what the cup part looks like? It's the face of it. So I did this. I had this idea like a while ago to do this last year, and I kind of gave up. So this is really funny. This is one of those Pinterest nailed it kind of fucking things, right? I tried making my own candle vessel. So what you had to do is you have to roll the clay out, right? This is air dry clay, and as you could hear, kind of sounds like ceramic-y. So I tried to roll it out. I think I got it pretty even, right? This is basically slab pottery. So you cut out a circle. You could use a cup or something, which I might have done. I might have used like a glass or something. And you could kind of build around that. But once I connected everything, you could kind of see it just got fucked up. Now I could probably sand this down like on a machine and get it like perfect, but I don't know. I was just seeing if I could do it. And then I made a lid, but look at my lid. It's all fucked up. It's like a little big. And again, I could probably sand this and like get it down to perfection. It does fit this way. It fits pretty good, but I was just testing it out. So I might sand it still. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. And then I wanted to make one like this. Kind of just looks like you took like chunks of clay out of it. But look how small it is. It's too small. What the fuck am I going to do with this thing? So, and again, I would probably have to sand it out. It was really hard to do this one. This one I did it's called the pinch pot method. So you like basically start off with a bowl. You make a hole in it with your thumb, but kind of hard to do that with these on. And you can see a bunch of my nail marks in there. And then you kind of work it into a shape like this, just by going like this. And then once I had it in the shape, I just cut away some of the clay that was there to give it that texture. But it's so small. I don't know. This was the first one. And again, it needs to be sanded. I never sanded it. So that's all. I never took like a pottery class, like an official pottery class. So I took like 3D art, I did a sculpting class in college, and it was really cool. So I have the foundation down to do it, but it's just, it's not easy. Sculpting is fucking hard, man. But like I want to get better at it, I do. I want to get better at it. The hardest thing, especially when you're doing a face, is the eyes. The eyes are so hard. Like I had another piece I was working on that I think it's in my garage. And I could not get the eyes, dude. It's just they're so hard, man. I must have like scooped them out and redid them like 100 times and just could not get the eyes to look right. So, like the nose, the mouth, all that shit's pretty easy. The fucking eyes are so hard, dude, to get eyes to look. Even on the lion, I gave up. And I was just like, all right, you know what? This is good enough. It's as good as it's going to get. But it's my own interpretation of what the lion looks like to me, or what his face should look like. Because I don't want it to look exactly like the piece I was working off of. I want it to look, like the person's, whoever. It was some sculpture that I found online. I just picked one just to get a general idea of like a lion's layout. What do they look like? Mine doesn't look exactly like it. I'm just using it for reference basically, and then kind of giving it my own little spin. But if that comes out, how awesome is that going to be? Like seriously, if I can fucking make that work, I mean, that's going to be cool. So that's the plan. Try to make it work. Oh, and then I got to show you guys, hold on a second, because I got 2 more new molds yesterday. Let me go grab those. I don't know if these are gonna be hard to make a candle in now that I have them, but hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I think people will be shocked at who one of them turns out to be. Who's that? Mr. Steele, yeah, girl. Wait, who, what? Who, what, where, when, how? I'm like so bundled up right now because it's freezing and it's snowing. All right. Hold on a second. So I got these. I just like the shape. And I tried out this green pigment, but here's why they're going to be hard to do candles in, because you see the oval shape. That's going to be rough to get like a melt pool to melt properly. This is definitely going to be a little hard to figure out, but I'll figure it out. They're just going to be really small though. You know, it's not going to be a very big candle, maybe like 3 ounces. So I did 2 different ones. I just did the sage green, which I think looks pretty cool. Green's like in right now. And then this one I added blue pigment to, but the blue pigment I have is horrible. And I could actually see where it didn't, it just, I don't know. It's so weird. You can really see it on the bottom. I can never mix it in fully. It just never, it fully incorporates into the mixture for some reason. And I could see lines, like almost like bands of blue where I poured, and it tends to float up this blue pigment. And I could see where that happened. Like I could tell exactly where I poured this one. Well, I'm sorry, it would be poured like this. So I poured this first, and then the blue floated to the top, and I could see the line of where the blue floated. And then I did a second pour, and I could see that line. So I don't know what it is. And then, you could tell this is the last part that gets poured into the mold, and you could see all the blue that floated up to the top. You could kind of see it on here. So I got to either find another blue pigment. I was just trying to give it like a more green, and I guess it didn't change it all that much, right? They look very similar, but whatever. Okay. Steely Girl, that's a Tuesday these days. People jump ship on a schedule. Yeah, wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about Laura's people or what? Isn't the shape really cool? I love it. I thought they would be a little bigger, but you know what? I like the size of it. Like, it's a nice size. I mean, look, it fills your hand up. So they're not like so small. And I guess if you wanted, you could probably just put a tea light in there. I don't know if they would fit. I think it would. A regular tea light, and that would be cute. But I want to try to do an actual candle before I just sell them as tea light holders, which they very well could be. So, and then also I want to see if I could get the green a little darker. So this was only 1 teaspoon of green to my mix. So we'll see. But I got to go get cement. I don't have any left. So mixture, the powder. They used a lot to make all the vessels that I want to test in. So anyway, are you supposed to get a lot of snow? No, we're just getting like maybe, I don't know. I think they said like around 3 inches, if even. So I'm legit flipping because I can't find one of my sewing kits. My mom loved needlepoint. My sister used to do that. And my grandmother loved. Oh, you want to see what else I made yesterday? This is fucking cool. Oh, shit. I got to glue this thing down. Hold on. Let me glue this real quick. Where's my E6000 glue? I can't show you guys unless I glue this little piece on there. So hold on. This is fucking cool. And I think I'm definitely going to, I'm definitely going to do it when the summer comes for the summer, which is going to come before you know it. Where's my E6000 glue? There it is. All right, let me glue this real quick and then I'll show you. Where could we leave a review? I put one on my Little Baby Channel's community page. Would like to make a formal review. You know what, JP? I got to look into that because I know there was like a somewhere on my website thing. There's like an area where you could like, you know what I'm saying? You could put a review. Like some people went on Instagram or Facebook, I think, and left a review on my company. But I have to figure out how to turn the reviewing option on my website. I have to figure that out. I was actually thinking about that the other day. But yeah. I have to check it out. She wants to do crochet. Bro, that was the one thing I fucking cannot do is crocheting. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's very hard because I'm left-handed, right? And I know there's other people that are lefty that crochet. But every time I would watch a video, it would be like a right-handed person doing the crocheting. And so in my fucking brain, no, I dropped my shell. Hold on. Come here, you little fucker. So in my head, everything has to, I have to like do like mental gymnastics to get everything flipped around, so that it's the right way for me, because I just like can't do it right-handed. It don't feel right. And so yeah. So that's why me and crocheting, yeah, I'm not very good at it. I tried doing, oh my God, I should have posted a picture of it one day because it was so funny. It was like a total Pinterest fail. My friend made this really cool, hold on, I just gotta grab my tweezers before the glue dries. My friend did this cool, it's like a finger weaving thing, and it's like a blanket. Like she used like this really large yarn and made this really cool blanket from it. And I was like, oh my God, I want one. So she's like, it's so easy. She's like, I'm not even that crafty and I could do it. So she tells me what to get. I go out, I buy all the material for it. Mine ended up looking like a fishing net. Like hers was like perfect. Mine ended up looking like I was going to catch lobsters or something. Like it was just, it was horrible. It was terrible. It came out so bad. So yeah, I just suck at it, dude. Because again, when I was watching the tutorial for it, everything that the girl was doing on the thing was backwards to me. Like it was like reverse. And I'm like, I can't, it's so hard to do when you're, watching a righty do that and then trying to flip it on yourself. So I gotta practice. It's one of those things that you kind of have to practice. Hold on, I just got to change my sweatshirt. I'm sweating right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things that you have to just kind of figure out, I guess. I'm not too good at it. I'm not good at everything. I'm good at some things. I'm not good at everything. And that's one of the things that I suck at. Crochet. My sister actually did needlepoint, and she does actually really good at it. I mean, I don't know if I have the patience for that shit, but there's so many things I want to try, but I just like don't have the means to. Like I would love to try glass blowing. Like where the fuck do you even get, like, like I watch all these people on here that do like these crafts, and they're like masters of these crafts, and I'm like, how did you even get started in this? Like like how'd you figure this all out? It's pretty cool. All right, so wait, let me show you what I'm gonna show you. Well, let me show you what I'm gonna show you. Hopefully the glue dried enough just to at least the point where I could show you. Ooh, shit. Sorry. I hit the chair. So check this out. I just was playing around the other day with different things you could do with some of the lids on here. So I was using this texture paint that I bought. It's like sandy. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if I could paint it and make it look like a beach almost. You know what I'm saying? And then so I painted the ocean underneath. And then I just put some UV resin over it. And then when I laid the first layer of resin down, I kind of swirled in the white pigment just to give it some like depth, because it looked too flat with my, painting just underneath. And then I was like, isn't that kind of cool? So I just have to figure out, because obviously this looks stupid with this color. I'm just saying, this is the lid for this specific vessel. I hate saying that word. It's so stupid. But I was like, I got to figure out what color to make this part if I'm going to do something like this. I just think it's cool. It really looks like the ocean, like a tropical ocean. And I'm like, how cool is that? And then the other problem is, which I think I could still do, I could paint resin on the edge, because I'm like, how do you finish the edge off, of this? So, but I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was a cool idea. I mean, I don't know how feasible it is. I would probably do just a limited amount of these, because obviously it's a little time consuming. And then I just glued a shell up there just for shits and giggles. right now, actually. But I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. Bring the ocean down onto the vessel. I would, but I don't know. That's going to be hard. I mean, with the resin and everything. I was just thinking maybe a black vessel and like make the lid the focus piece. And this way, when you take the candle vessel off, you could kind of like lean it on there. I don't know. The lid might be a little too much work for a lid, but I thought it was cool. I told you guys, I am always experimenting over here. Stay experimenting. A cup spinner. The whole thing is though, I don't want to cover it all in resin. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Sometimes you have these great ideas, but like, I mean, that happens to me a lot. I'll have like these really good ideas, but like they're just really hard to execute, and especially like in a mass producing type of way like that's going to be a pain in the ass to mass produce. I mean, it wasn't that hard to paint the ocean, but I'm just saying like it's time consuming, and then I got to think to myself, how much extra money could I charge for that, for that size candle and then like the cover. I don't know. It's just kind of playing around yesterday because I was kind of bored. And I just like making shit. I still have my aquamarine planter. Somebody just ordered one, so I have to do one of those. So yeah. Tape off section you don't want covered in resin, then spin it in the cup spinner. Yeah, but wouldn't it cover the entire thing if I spun it? Well, I see what you're saying. I guess. Yeah, but you have to use like regular resin to do that, or you use UV resin? Because like, how would you peel the tape off? Wouldn't it get sealed under the resin? Or am I stupid? Oh, so JP, I forgot. There's one more thing that I wanted to share with you guys. JP got a whole ass community post. Somebody was fucking triggered the house. Oh, I forgot to show you too, Miss Blue's picture. Hold on. Of her candles. Very cute. Very cute. How do I come up with the prices? I basically just look, well, I go by usually the amount of, well, it depends, it depends on what it is, but whatever I'm using, but I try to compete with other, people that are making similar items. So I'll just kind of look at that, or like how much would you pay, like maybe I'll go on Etsy and search for something similar and then look at their price and then kind of try to figure it out from there if I feel like that's a reasonable price for my product and how much things cost where I am to make. So like, because I know how much product I'm using to make each thing. And so like, am I using color in this one? Am I using this? So there, yeah, pretty much by the material that I use. Plus, obviously there's a markup on it because, I wouldn't make money if I was just charging by the material that I was using. But I really just try to stay competitive. So by looking at other people's that are selling kind of similar products, it gives me a really good idea of like how much I should be charging for something, because there's other people doing this. So I'm not the only person by any stretch of the imagination, which is why I try to do things like this to make it more unique and more, mine. Because anybody could do this, it's the extra little touches that you kind of put on things that make it your own and make it kind of, stand out from the crowd. I mean, I see some people doing some amazing shit out there. I'm in a group where there's a whole group, that I'm part of that people do this. And some of these people, a lot of them are doing the same exact thing, right? They have there's this one like vessel that everybody has. And so I don't want that vessel because I feel like everybody sells that vessel. And it's so common. And then, some people have their names imprinted on the lid. I can't do that yet. I can't afford that yet. But like that, I might be able to one day. I really want to get a 3D printer because then I could really make my own molds, like really cool shit. So that's going to be an investment down the road one day. And then I also want a laser cutter. So that's another thing that I'm looking to invest in eventually, or a laser engraver, rather. I've been wanting one of those since like 2003, a laser engraver, because I worked with them at my jobs for years. So they're really cool. You could cut out all sorts of shapes, like out of, so many different materials. Um, and you can engrave in metal. So it's a really cool thing to have. And then one day a water jet would be cool. We had that at one of my jobs. It's a water jet and it cuts through metal. So it takes water and what is that stuff called? Silt, I think. Some type of sediment, right? Like a dirt almost. And it shoots the water out at such a pressurized tiny little stream, okay? That it fucking cuts through metal. So the combination of the water and this finely graded dust particles, I forget exactly what the dust particles are. It's like some kind of they call it silt, but I don't know what it's made from. That it fucking cuts right through metal. So you could take like a half-inch piece of stainless steel and cut right through it with the water. Isn't that crazy? So like if you put your finger in there, you'd be cutting your finger off. My friend used to put his hand in the laser thing. He was fully tatted up, this kid. He had tattoos on his neck, like before it was cool to do, on his everywhere. And dude, let me tell you, this kid to this day was probably one of the best artists I've ever fucking met in my life. I mean, this kid's artwork, his detail, his attention to detail, his shading, his drawing, everything, the realism in his art, it was just on another level, dude. Like, and he never went to art school, never did anything, no formal training or anything like that. He's just fucking a natural talent, and his artwork is just on another level. Like I've just never seen anybody draw that good. In fact, I have to like check up and see what he's up to these days, because if he's not like famous on TikTok or something right now doing artwork, I would be very disappointed, because he's just, and it really sucks because he was brought up in the lifestyle where, his dad was a drug dealer. He lived in a bad neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So like he went to jail while we were at work because he was fucking couldn't afford his rent and shit. It's just so sad. It's so sad when somebody's that talented to see them waste their talent. He was making fake inspection stickers for people for their cars, and he got arrested, and he went to jail for like 6 months or something while we were, at work. And it was just so sad because I'm like, this guy's so talented, dude. He's definitely the most talented artist. And I'm talking through my whole life, like going through art school, professors that were really talented, kids that were in my classes that were really talented. This kid was so talented, and it was such a waste of talent, dude. He always got, into the wrong things. And it was just so sad. But I hope he's doing better. I was friends with him on Facebook, and I think he like deleted his page, and then I haven't seen him since. So I hope he's doing well. He's like, dude, his fucking artwork was just insane. I have a picture of one of his things somewhere. I have to see if I can find it. But I mean, just unbelievable. And like the things that he used to draw, like the ideas that he used to come up with. And he used to do tattoos, but he did them like, illegally, basically. Like he never, had a formal training and did an apprenticeship like my cousin did. So it's just so sad, because like if that kid had the means to like, you know what I'm saying? If he went to the art school, if he had the means to like really make it somewhere, he could at the time, it was the mid 2010s, like, well, before 2010. Social media really wasn't that big. I mean, it was just getting started out, though. It was kind of in its infancy at that time. And it's like, he could have blew up in that way, because there's a lot of people who never did like training or formal, you know what I'm saying? Like went to college or anything. And they blew up on social media just because they had a talent. But he just never had the means. Like he had to survive. His means were to survive. He was taking care of a house by himself. His dad was in jail, for selling drugs. I'm not sure where his mom was, but like he like didn't have the means to like get to the places that he could have gotten to. Cause like, I'm sorry, but it takes money to make money. You know, if he would have went to college and learned all the skills that he needed to learn to utilize his talent, I mean, he would be rich. Or if he would have been able to, like, I don't know, I guess I don't know how you do a tattoo apprenticeship. I forgot. My cousin did it. You have to there's like a whole thing you got to do. You got to work under somebody. I don't know how long though, you know. So I think it's kind of like cutting hair in a sense where you have to put in hours. But I don't know if there's like I don't know if there's a school or anything you have to go to for tattooing. I totally lost my train of thought. I was like, oh, I'm going to show you guys something. I know Mrs. Blue, and then there was something else. What were we talking about? I forgot. Oh, I remember what it was. Never mind. All right, so let me show you this. So here's Ms. Blue shared this picture with me. So those are my candles right there. She's got the one burning. I love that she put the time. And then the other two that were there. That one looks like it got a little smashed in the box there, I guess, once I wrapped it up. See, like, I need to see that, though. Like, what happened to that thing in shipping? That I have to fix something about this because this one came out okay, but this one got messed up. So I got to fix that. Whatever that is, I got to fix it. And I think I know exactly what I could do to fix it so that doesn't happen again. But all right, cool. So yeah, she's got her one candle burning right here, and then here's the other two. And she bought the clean cotton scent, and she said that I guess I'm assuming she burnt it here in her little windowsill. And she said that she could smell it upstairs, right in the loft. So that scent is so strong that like even that size candle will fill like a pretty decent sized room. Some of them aren't like that, you know, it depends on the scent, but that scent specifically is really good. I love it. It smells identical to the clean cotton or the clean linen candles from Yankee Candle. All right, so hold on. I gotta send myself one more thing. Hold on. This is fucking funny. I mean, I could probably just go on her page, but hold on. Let's see if I can find it now. I know I took a picture of it. Oh my God, did you guys ever try the Reese's popcorn? Ugh, so good. My son got it the other day and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. And then I ate it. Oh my God, it's so good. Anything with peanut butters. I mean, come on. It's delicious. Let's just be honest. I mean, can you really fuck up anything with Reese's? Peanut butter and chocolate. You know, how do you fuck that up? All right, so this always watching over here. She's so fucking weird. I'm like, what does this even mean? Tracy. This was pretty funny. Pretty funny. Always watching. I can't do it. I'm losing my voice. So this is Tracy yesterday. At JP, who the hell are you? Didn't I say that in the live yesterday? JP writes this is a comment of hers from my chat. Like how she caught this, I don't know, which is so funny. I guess that's why she went live or made a post about whatever it was with me, you know, that I missed Purple Rain's comment in my chat the other day. Cause I'm like, well, you know, clearly Tracy's watching my chat a hell of a lot better than I can, you know? I mean, cause she caught this. Like, how'd you catch this, Tracy? Honestly, it's not even like her name is tagged in it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's obviously sitting there reading every fucking comment that scrolls by in my chat for her to have caught this. Like, okay, dude. So the always watching stands. Okay. So JP's like, I ordered a Tracy wig the other day too. And I said, I believe my response to that was something to the effect of like, oh, she's gonna be like, who the fuck is this JP person? And here she is. Exactly what I fucking said. Exactly what I said. So she had to get a whole ass community thing. So she asks JP who the hell she is, but then she writes, by the way, you suck at parody. So like, wait, what? How would you know that if you don't know who she is, Tracy? How would you know? Why are you asking who she is if you already know the answer to that question? Because you know that she did I mean, who the fuck are any of us? Honestly, does she have to explain herself to you, Tracy? here's another person that doesn't understand that, hey, guys, this is YouTube and it's a public platform. And anybody, I know this is crazy, but any single person in the entire fucking world, right, who has internet access and who could type in www.youtube.com or download the app on their phone, they could fucking watch your videos. Huh, holy shit. And it even gets weirder, guys. They could also have an opinion about you or dislike you or think you're a fucking asshole. Wow. Oh, thank you, Celia. Thank you. Celia Italiano. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's crazy. I know this sounds, thank you very much. Thank you. I know, this is a crazy concept, but like, why does it matter who she is? She showed her face on here, which is more than we could say for a lot of people. All right. And so, Tracy wasn't a fan of your parody. I thought it was pretty funny personally. And then she writes, at Makeup Mobster, call your dog down. Like, what? What are you talking about? My dog? What the fuck is that? Like, is she actually talking about my dog, or is she trying to say that JP's my dog? Like, as if I told JP, go order a wig of Tracy, as if she herself couldn't just fucking make her mind up, which is exactly what happened. Made a video on her own, just like we all can. Any one of us could start a channel and have an opinion here, Tracy. I know you don't fucking realize this because number one, you're a follower, and number two, you're a flip-flopper. You just go wherever the wind blows you. You're a hate bonder. Whoever you don't like, if you meet somebody and they don't like the same people you don't like, you're friends with them. Doesn't matter anything else. Doesn't matter if they scam fucking sick children and you were hating them at one point in time. As long as they're fighting with the same people you're fighting with, you're cool with them. You'll forgive them for anything. You're like, oh, you fucking killed somebody? Yeah, you're forgiving because you don't like Wendy and Randy. Neither do I. Or you don't like Makeup Mobster. Neither do I. Okay? So we know how you operate, Tracy. But I don't tell anybody here what to do. I know it's a crazy concept to you, girl. But I don't see the people that say those things. I feel like it's like, well, is that what you do? Because like, I don't control my friends. I don't want to control my friends. And in fact, I prefer to have people around me that have a mind of their own, that don't want to be controlled or like being controlled or brainwashed or told what to do. I would much rather be surrounded by people who think for themselves. I know that's crazy, but that's the kind of people I like to keep in my company. People who have their own fucking minds and opinions. Okay? So, I don't know. I just realized this morning I missed all JP's shorts. They're great. Yeah, they are great. She's a sociopath and pathological liar. Was curious. I didn't see many people I recognize. Who's that, Luna? Tracy. I mean, call my dog down. Because now, because there's more than one person that doesn't like Tracy, it must mean they're under my control, right? I'm controlling everything they do. Like, to be quite honest with you, I didn't even know JP even knew who Tracy was or disliked her for that matter. I had no idea until she wrote that in my chat yesterday. I didn't even know if she knew who Tracy even was, because who the fuck does, But yeah, Tracy, she's my dog. Yo, dog. Yo, what's up, dog? It's just like everybody who doesn't like Laura is my BFF, or my buddy. You're my buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. It's like, dude, I don't go into people's chat. There's like plenty of people here that don't like Laura that I also don't like, so I don't go in their chat or associate with them because I also don't like them. Holy fuck, she's already awake. I can't believe it's the baby. Though you're talking about Tracy. I was like, yeah, Tracy probably got up at 5 a.m. like most fucking elderly people do. She probably got up and fucking made her coffee, put her sweet and low in it, smoked a fucking pack and a half of cigarettes, coughed her fucking brains out, took her morning shit, complained about it. Put on her fucking socks, her fucking slouchy socks, and sat in her lazy boy chair. Let me get on YouTube. See who's talking about me today. I want to study people's chats. I got nothing better to do. I only watched Tracy once, the one of them turned into a Laura bashing. Which one's that? I'm not sure. I don't watch Tracy. This actually, her thing came up in my like when I was scrolling. I seen her community post yesterday. Definitely not subscribed to her though, and nor do I watch her. Look at this. Fuck it. Look at this. Look at his face. She looks angry. She's like, I'm gonna get making monsters attention somehow. Gotta be something I can do. Let me tag somebody, but the tag don't work. That's not how you tag people. Is her hair frosted? Yeah, that went out. I loved when she criticized my hair once. Like, I hate my hair. I always have. I have the worst hair. It's flat. It don't do much. She criticized it once. And I'm like, girl, you got like a 1980s blowback there with the feathered bangs and shit. And you're going to tell me about hairstyles? Come on now. That don't even look like her. Is that her actually? I don't know. I don't give a shit. Fuck you, Tracy. How about that? She's been wanting my attention though. So she got it. She's constipated with anger. Don't put his lips. See, and then she wonders why I would call her a lesbian, right? I mean, where are you putting kissy faces to girls for, Tracy? Kissy lips. Yeah, frosting went out in 1987. She's so fucking just wants my attention. Like, because I know she did a live about me the other day or whatever it was. I didn't even watch it. I don't care because I know why she was doing it. It's like, oh, she just wants. I said something about Tawanda being friends with her, and then she was like, well, I'm gonna let me get her back by bringing up one of her friends. It's like, oh wow, Tracy, burn, you got me. But she been wanting me to talk about her for a hot minute now, so there you go, Tracy. I'll give you a little attention. Okay. I'm sure she's in the fucking one of the 173 people watching. Good Lord. She was jumping, twitching the whole nap. Uh-oh, maybe she's got a poop or something. There's nothing that makes me think goals when it comes to her. Yeah, no, not at all. She's just gotten angrier and angrier over the years that I've known her. Like, I mean, I guess she was always angry, but like, it's definitely taken on a life of its own lately. Like, she gives no fucks anymore. This place has completely, I mean, maybe that's just who she is, in real life too. I don't know, because I don't know her like that in real life, but I think this place has definitely, gotten into her psyche a little bit and has done some damage, to her, where she's just so fucking angry that right off the bat, she just gets so vicious with people, and goes for like the jugular basically. And it's like, I don't, to me, somebody like her, it's because they're just not happy in their own fucking lives. Like, you could just tell she's not happy with her own life circumstances. It's obvious. It's more than obvious. Angry Papa. Yeah, Angry Grandpa. I don't know who named her that, but I think it was Starlight, right? Angry Grandpa. Make a monster. We'll make a monster. She could be really funny telling her life stories. Once upon a time, those dames seemed far removed. Yeah. I was friendly with her, dude. I know it's like kind of hard to believe, but like I was definitely friendly with her. And it was during the time when I was friends with Tiffany. It was really fucking weird, man. Certain people here, like, I think they know what they could get away with certain people. So, like, she really used to, like, and trust me, Tiffany is no fucking angel herself, okay? Tiffany's just as bad, in my opinion. Like, in 30 years, Tiffany's gonna basically be Tracy, just with a way softer voice, you know? Like, and maybe better hair. I don't know. But, like, it's the same, like, fucking attitude. You know what I'm saying? And Tiffany, I mean, I don't know if Tiffany will be living with her brother, but she at least lives on her own. But what do you call it? she would be really fucking nasty to Tiffany. But, in her somewhat defense, I guess it's because Tiffany's also gets very nasty very quickly with people as well, you know? So I didn't hear both sides of the story. I heard Tiffany's side. She would send me like screenshots of like things that Tracy would say, like, fuck you, Tiffany, for like no reason. Or she would just bug out on her for no reason. So I guess, yeah, I did see some screenshots and shit. So, you know, it wasn't really Tiffany necessarily. It was Tracy just like getting mad about something. And then the way she talked to her would be like extremely just fucking disrespectful and rude. And I'd be like, wow, because she didn't talk to me like that, you know? She never really pulled that shit with me until like the very end when I was just like, all right, dude. I don't even remember why I stopped talking to her. I honestly don't. It might have had something to do with Laura. I'm not even, or Tiffany. I don't even remember. I really don't. I have no idea. She got mad about something, and I was just like, you know what, Tracy, you're not gonna fucking talk to me like that. So, whatever. Have a nice life. She definitely got mad about something though that I said or did or whatever. And she like confronted me, and I was just like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, whatever the fuck. Hold on. You know what? I wonder if I still have her fucking text messages. I probably deleted them, but I'm not going to read the text messages. I'm just going to see what the fuck. If I even have them. I don't even fucking think I do. I probably deleted her a long time ago. Tracy. But I'm one of those people, like, hoards things. So, oh shit, look at that. I still have them. Last time I texted her was 2021. So I told her she was a low-life piece of shit. Oh, wait, that might have been prior to that. Yeah, I got a bunch of texts from her that I never answered. This might have actually been after the panel on Laura's with John. Hold on a second. Okay. I appreciate that. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I know why she got mad at me. All right, here it is. She got mad at me because Corey, okay, fucking A, holy shit. Corey, with I did a live, that's right. I did a live where I called Corey out and I said I don't believe her whole fucking story about being abused by her ex and then having a baby beaten out of her. Because, like, dude, think of how fucking traumatic an experience like that would be for somebody if it really happened to them. That is a traumatic, life-changing, life-altering experience, okay? If something like that actually happened to you, you're not going to be the fucking same after that. I mean, if that actually happened to you and you experienced losing a child because somebody was physically beating you, you're never going to be the same after that, and I would assume that you would then become a very empathetic person towards other people, and I always felt like Corey's behavior did not line up with her story. So I called her ass out one time. I think I made a community post about it. And, I was like, I'm sorry, just fucking putting this out there, but she's lying. I don't even believe her story. Because somebody who went through that would not act the way she acts and say the things that she says. And so I called her ass out. That's all right. And Tracy got all upset and all up in arms about it because she fucking, the fool that she is, she actually believed the story. Oh my God. Were you that stupid? So yeah. So she got upset over that. And so that was the initial reason for, I guess, for her and I not speaking with each other. Because I put this video up about it or live or something. And she was like, take the live down. And I was like, no, I fucking stand by what I say. I don't believe her story. And guess what? I was right. She was lying about it. So I'm glad I didn't take the video down. I don't remember exactly what happened, that made me even say that. Like there was some situation that happened that made me feel that way. And that's why I said it. And she was like all up in arms about me, I should take this video down and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hell no. That's the way I feel. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I strongly feel this way, that she's lying about this whole story. And guess what? Like a couple months or whatever after that, it came out that she was lying about it. She made the whole fucking story up. So, and she used to use it against everybody, throw it in people's faces all the time, you know. And yeah, that was initially why Tracy got angry with me. I don't remember, there was probably other shit that happened after that. But that was like the initial breakdown of it. Like she called me out and it was like this whole big thing. And I even tell her, because I just saw her in the text, like, Tracy, I don't want to fight with you, dude. But, I'm not taking my video down. Sorry. Sorry if you don't like it. Don't watch it, I guess. Nothing that Corey Chainsaw says is true. Yeah, pretty much. She can't get anything right, that girl. I mean, really. I wouldn't be surprised, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, if she's the one who wrote that comment that I read to you guys earlier. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't be surprised if it was her, too. Not just Laura, because she has a lot to say about my candle making shit and my business. She has a lot of shit to say. So, and she thought I was like lying about making like the vessels or something. I don't know. And I'm like, really? Like, why would I lie about that? You know what I'm saying? So stupid. I clearly was making things, and then I added the candles later. So like, if I can make all the other shit, why wouldn't I make the candle vessels too? It just doesn't even make sense. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever you say. I mean, so, and then it is what it is. Tracy acts like she doesn't know who I am. She's called me out by name because I was an asshole in her chat and she blocked me. I'm still blocked. So thanks for the block tag. Oh, is that why her tag didn't go through? Because like she tried tagging you and I guess it didn't work. Because if she has you blocked, she's trying to tag you and has you blocked, girl. I'm sure she'll be live in like the next 20 to 30 minutes. She'll probably be live. Make monster. Blah, 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 blah. I won't listen to it. I'm starting to think that Laura doesn't make her own candles. Dude, really? She very obviously makes her candles. I mean, we've seen her little candle studio before where she has where she makes messes everywhere. She definitely makes her candles. There's no question about that. I mean, they definitely don't look like they came from a store, that's for sure. She's had you blocked for a while now. Not surprising. Not surprising at all. What I don't get is, how do these fucking weirdos have time to go channel by channel reading people's comments? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, I don't care too much about like other people's comment sections. If you come here and leave a comment, I'll probably highlight it. But like, I'm not fucking following you around in every fucking comment section you go to. I don't know where Tracy hangs out typically, and nor do I care. I'm sure it's like Wendy V's or something. Her studio looks like a kitchen of a taco shop. Yes, it does. Well, I guess, you know what? In her defense, at least she has a studio. She has. I need to make a candle making space. In fact, I was thinking of selling. I bought this really, really beautiful desk from Pier 1 Imports years ago, right before I was, I'm sorry, right before they went out of business, like they closed their stores. And it's so pretty, the desk. I love it. I love the desk, but I don't use it. So it's taking up a whole entire wall in my office with my desktop computer on it that I never fucking use. Because pretty much after I got swatted, the police calls, whatever, I didn't want to sit up there and do lives anymore, so I got a laptop and I was like, fuck this. So I don't even use my desktop anymore. It's just like wasting space up there. So I was thinking of maybe selling my desk, and then like, I really don't want to, but it's like, I could use this space because it's a pretty big desk. I think it's about like 6 feet wide or something like that, so yeah, I think it's about 6 feet almost. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's 6 feet. I could do something with it. I'm not going to make candles on top of the desk because it's a beautiful desk. I don't want to ruin it. Like, my vision for it was like, one day if I had a bigger house, it would be like one of those desks that like you could put in like the middle of the room, and you know what I'm saying? Not have it against a wall necessarily, but I just like I was thinking about the other day. I'm like, I really it's just like wasting space. Like I could use that space for my at least for like a crafting table. It would probably get better use. At the time when I put it up there, I wasn't like crafting as much, so but there's no way I'm going to do crafts on it. It's too nice of a desk. I don't want to ruin it. So, but it's like it's a really, really, really nice desk. And right now there's just shit piled on it. It's like it's just being wasted up there. So if I sold it, maybe I could just go buy like a cheap table from IKEA, and because I spent a lot of money on that desk. I spent a little too much money. And maybe if I sold it, I don't know how much money I'd get for it, but at least something. I could go get like a cheap tabletop from IKEA and use that for like crafting, and even maybe make it like a DIY room where I could film videos and shit. I could do my resin in there. My husband would love that because right now, all my shit's on my kitchen table. I do everything. My table's ruined on there. I clean, I do all my painting and all that shit on my kitchen table, and it's just like destroyed. So I need a new kitchen table. I kind of want a DIY one, but I don't know. Baby bibs. Huh? Bibs from Gabe's. After yesterday's live, I wondered why the bibs from Gabe's were so cheap. What do you mean bibs? Like baby bibs? Pharma bibs? Jean bibs? Yeah, like what do you mean? Why are you buying bibs, girl? Carhartt jean bibs? What the fuck is a jean bib? I guess the scam GMAG has affected people's sewing and billing ability? Huh? Sewing ability. Wait, what do you mean? I'm so lost. What are you guys talking about? Oh, bibs are overalls. I've never heard them called that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like a baby bib? At least I wasn't alone in that one. Everybody else there's a couple of other people in the chat. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? A bib. I never heard it referred to as like that. There's so many things that like people say down south. I've learned so much on YouTube alone, like expressions for things that like I didn't know even existed, or people calling things like certain things that I don't call them, like hummingbird. She's the best because she's got that real southern, lingo. And like I always have to like ask her what is that, and then she has to explain to me what it is because she has like a whole different language. It's so funny, some of the things she says. Like, what was one of them? I don't think this was her necessarily, but somebody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit you with a switch," and I'm like, "A switch? What the fuck are you talking about? Switch? Like a light switch?" And they bet no, like a blade of grass. Apparently, you could like whip people with it. And I was like, oh, I never heard that before. Like, I never heard that here. So funny. Oh, you're in West Virginia. That explains a lot. That's where yeah, that's the South. That's not even like that far south, but to me, that's the deep old South there. West Virginia's that's the South. That's the South. That's where the South begins, in my opinion. Once you get down to West Virginia, you're in the South. You're in the South. You're pretty much there. Because when they start having that accent, is it you call a store a grocery aisle? Well, we say like the grocery store. Oh, like people call shopping carts. What do they call them down there? Fuck. Now I just a bug. No, that's in England. They call it a buggy, like a baby stroller. They call it a buggy. But down south, they call a shopping cart a carriage. They call it right a carriage. I'm like, what? We call it a shopping cart or like a basket or something. I don't know about that. I don't know about a carriage. A carriage. Called a buggy. Just like in the different parts of the country, they say pop for soda. I always knew that one because my mom moved to, my mom and dad first got married. They moved to California. So they both met. They worked at this store called John's Bargain Store. And then when that went out of business, my dad went into business with this other guy with this like fabric company or something. And the guy was opening the business up in California. So my parents moved to San Diego, and my dad basically ran the guy's business for him. And then the guy ended up screwing him majorly, and that's why they came back here when my mom was pregnant with my brother. But my mom said she, felt like she stuck out like a sore thumb out there because she's Brooklyn. My mom had a very thick Brooklyn accent, you know. Even me, I listen to it was so funny because we were listening to me opening my presents when I was a kid, and my New York accent was like 10 times stronger than it is now. And I'm like, that's even my husband even says, like, oh my God, you sound like you're from like Brooklyn or something. I'm like, yeah, because that's how I learned how to talk. My parents were from the city. My mom had a really strong Brooklyn accent, and you could hear it. And I'm like, oh my God, I got a computer game. Like, it's just really strong. And I don't think it's that bad anymore. Maybe it is. I don't know. I can't tell. But it was pretty bad when I was a kid. Like I had like a really bad like New York accent. And, you know, anyway, when my mom moved to California, she said she felt like out of place because she'd go to the store and be like, oh, can I have a soda? And they'd look at her like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, oh, they say pop, they have like a whole different lingo there. I think like accents honestly are going to start becoming a thing of like the past because I noticed even my son and his friends, like they do not have New York accents. And I think I have a feeling it's due to the internet and all the videos and shit that they watch. Cause like my son, if you met my son and you talked to him, you would think he came from like somewhere in the middle of the country or something. Like he has like the weirdest accent. He says things totally different. Like I say Mario, he says Mario, you know, like he says things like so weird. I'm like, where did you like get that from? Like, I don't know. He has like a weird way of pronouncing words. And I'm like, it must be from like all the videos and shit that he watches. And I feel like that's what's going to happen eventually is like accents are going to kind of disappear. Like the reason we have our accents is because we're used to talking to the people in the area that we are from. But you know what I'm saying? When we start communicating more and more outside of our area, the accents are going to start going away. I don't know. Maybe not. My grandpa was also from Brooklyn. I was telling my younger son because they watch internet. Yeah, like he says things and I'm like, what? I can't think of like a specific word off the bat, but like every single time he's talking to me, I'm like, that's not how you say it. And I have to actually teach my son how to say things with a New York accent. Cause I'm like, you're gonna sound like a weirdo. Like, because like everybody around here says it a certain way, and you sound like you're from like another state somewhere. So I have to actually tell him how to say it in like New York accent kind of way. Cause there's a lot of words that people pronounce differently than us. And I'm like, you sound like you're like from Florida or something. I don't know. I don't know where he sounds like he's from, but it ain't New York, that's for sure. I'm like, where do you like get this pronunciation of this word from? So I have to retell him the words in New York accent to try to get him to have a New York accent. I mean, I really don't care what kind of accent he has, but it's just like funny because my best friend grew up like that. Her mom was from Michigan and her dad was I think he was from Jersey, but like parts of Jersey, like the closer to New York City, you'll have an accent. If you go into like southern Jersey, there's no accent. There's no like detectable accent. Just like if you go upstate New York, they don't have the same accent that we have. Like my cousin, she lives. I wouldn't even consider it upstate, but she lives. To me, it's upstate because everything north of Manhattan's upstate to me. But she lives up in Westchester County, which is right basically outside of the city, but she has a totally different accent than me. And it's not real, it's a New York accent, but there's a lot of words she says like totally different than I say. And then the further up north you go, like when we go up to like Buffalo, their accent's completely like almost like a Canadian accent in a way, or like a Massachusetts accent, totally different than our accent. I can't stand when people think I'm from Massachusetts. That I don't know why, or Jersey. That it just annoys the shit out of me. I'm like, no, I'm not either of those. Thank you. But but I don't say park the car, I don't say that. But anyway, yeah. I love hummingbirds. I know. I love her accent. But what was I gonna say? Yeah. Triggered as usual. Oh, look who's here. Ah. Hey, Melissa, whoever you are. Triggered as usual, LOL. Spending a lot of time on a comment you don't care about. Like I said, you have to blame Laura. I'm not blaming Laura, dude. But you have to be either Laura or one of her friends. Let's just be honest. Spending a lot of time. I spent like 5 minutes talking about the comment. Yeah. Whoa, a lot of time, bro. Never gonna get that back. Never gonna get that back. Spending a lot of time. You're like a fucking day late and then like $10 short though. Like the live's been going on for what? An hour and 35 minutes? We were like way past that, dude. You know? Get with the times. Get with the program there. Account that's been that was made 2 days ago. How about this? Why don't you come back on your real account? Because you're a bitch, you're a pussy that had to come in here on my page and make a fucking fake ass bitch ass profile so you could come over here and comment. Why don't you come back in on your real account? In fact, here you go. Take a link and tell me about myself. How about that? How about that? Here you go. I love when these people do this. It's like typical gaslighting moves. They'll come in, right? They'll leave a negative comment. When you respond to the comment, then they try to gaslight you like you're crazy for responding to their negative comment. Nah, dude, it don't work like that. You know? We're like, ooh, you're spending a lot of time on that. It's like, bro, seriously, do you think I can't see the forest from the trees? Like, let's go. Come on. You guys is. I like JFK's accent and the way people spoke in the 40s through 60s. I feel like everybody spoke like this here, sorry. Back then. Maybe that was a little earlier. Fucking Burgundy just commented on my community post. Oh, what's the chances? How'd they find your page? Which community post was it? Fucking so funny. There's a link there, Burgundy bitch. Let's go. Let's go. Come on up and tell me all about myself. It's definitely a wrinkle neck because she says tattle a lot. Oh, why? I guess I missed some of their comments. Hold on, let me scroll up. They're like, oh my God, I was right. You always have to tattle to your subs over every comment who doesn't agree with you. You think everyone should like you. No, absolutely not. You're 100% wrong there. First of all, it's not tattling. What a baby. Who uses the word tattle at fucking in their 40s and 50s or whatever you are? But like, okay, tattle. You wrote it on my public community, okay, meaning that everybody could see it post. So I highlight your comment because I know it's a bullshit comment and you're just leaving it because you're either Laura or one of her supporters and you're like fucking miserable and you think you're gonna like, ooh, oh my God, they think my hands are creepy. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Like you're trying to get back at me and think that, you know, you're gonna critique me the way I critique Laura. But it's like, no, you're so much of a pussy that you can't even critique me from your real account. You had to go make a troll account to critique me. Why? What are you scared of? You want to talk about being a bitch? Mm-hmm. 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 And then who gives a shit if I highlight your comment? Who cares? You left it on my page. It's open game. Grab the link and come tell me about myself. They try to say you didn't paint the bottom of my candle. You can't even see the bottom in my. Hold on, I didn't even see your thing. So let me go on your page. I didn't even see your community post. Why would I paint the bottom of the candle though? I don't paint my. Who paints candles? Oh, they mean the lid or something? Oh, who gives a shit? There's about half the candles what I put out the last run. I didn't paint any of the bottom of the lids. But anyway, half the ones I did, I didn't realize that I could use this stuff to clean the paint off. So I had already packed up half of them. And I actually went and bought this goof off stuff so that I could get off the wax because I had gotten wax on a few of them. And I was trying to clean that off, which is very hard. But anyway, and then I realized it would take the paint off on the bottom. So like I think 4 or 5 of them went out that had paint on the bottom of the lid, you know? Oh, well. The bottom of the lid that nobody's literally looking at because when it's closed, you can't see it. So, yeah, nice try. Hold on a second. JP, let me find your community page. I didn't even see your post. Hold on. Hold on. I can't find your page. Let me look in subscriptions. Is there a way you could search your subscriptions only and not? Hold on a second. No, this is an overall search. Why can't I find your page? That's so weird. Huh. Did you comment on any of my? Oh, wait, you know what I'll do? Laura didn't have to ask for criticism. You gave it to her, LOL. I love you admitting to doing things that Laura doesn't do. No one's gonna. This has to be Melissa because, like, they don't use punctuation at all. Like, what? Could you break that sentence up so it makes sense? Laura didn't have to ask. You're right. I gave it to her. Why can't I? Everybody. I am not the only person that by far that criticized Laura's candles, dude. So I don't know why you're so bothered by my criticism in particular, but I am not the only person that criticized her candles without her asking for it. But you're just criticizing to criticize. Like, you're trying to look for things to criticize because you're like salty. And I can't picture that somebody else who's not Laura would even give a fuck that much about her candles or my criticism about them. That Laura doesn't do. No one's going to give you negative criticism. Look at what you do. I don't care if you give me negative criticism. No, like, that's the whole thing. You don't understand. I don't care if you give me negative criticism. I ask for it. But you're a pussy because you do it under, first of all, you're just giving an opinion. That's not criticism. So you should learn what criticism is. You just said it's creepy. That's your opinion. I really don't fucking care if you think it's creepy. But, like, you can't criticize the work, right? The craftsmanship. You can't criticize that. And if you do, then you're clearly being an asshole because I know that the craftsmanship is top notch. So you're just being an asshole, but you're doing it from an account, right? You never owned anything from me and you're doing it from an account that you just made 2 days ago. Why can't you criticize me from your regular account? You're a pussy. That's why. Hold on a second. Meow. Meow. Why can't I find JP's page? Oh my God, did the truth mention me? Oh, there it is. All right, it was in my mentions. Here we go. Oh, how pretty. Ooh, I love your tray. Fantastic candles. Wait, what are they saying? I didn't paint it. Where would I don't paint those. What are they talking about? I thought you got the other one. She forgot to paint the bottom. LOL lines are all squiggly. What? What the fuck are they talking about? A lot of criticizing for someone who's been behind the scenes for a year, and this is the best she's got. JP is like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't see the bottom of the candle in this pic, you idiot. If you're talking about the one with the silver lid, that's from Bath and Body Works, and it isn't painted. It's a label. Are you slow? Oh my God, dude, what are they talking about? You fucking idiot. That's not paint. This person's extremely stupid. Oh my God. Painted. The lines are squiggly. I don't even paint that vessel, you fucking idiot. The lines are squiggly. They look pretty straight to me. I don't know. Maybe you need glasses. Let me show you her picture though, because it's so cute. I love your tray that you have. Hold on a second. I love the tray. Oh, is she talking about? I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Maybe the pot? No idea. No, you specifically wrote candles, so this person's just an idiot. The lines are all squiggly. You fucking idiot. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta get some more back up on the website. I gotta order more of the scent though. Hold on, I'm gonna share her picture because it looks so cute. I love getting the pictures. I love the little tray that you have. It's adorable. It's so cute. I wish I could make something like that. That's wood though. That would be hard. I would like die for like a full woodworking shop. I was watching this guy the other night. Oh my god, he made the coolest shit. He takes like pencils, like colored pencils and all this like crazy shit and makes clocks. And then like so he'll like cut the wood out and then he does like a background, then he makes like I don't know, he does all sorts of crazy shit with resin that he covers it with resin and then he turns it into a clock. And I was like, oh my god, I was watching like just binge watching the videos. It was in my shorts. And I'm like, this is like, oh, I just want a freaking studio like that. Like not a studio, whatever you call it. I want a woodworking shop so bad. So bad. I would like die for one. Cause like that would, I mean, you could just do so much more with all the tools and everything. Like my uncle, his basement was like a full woodworking shop and it was so cool. All right. I don't know where this person sees paint or squiggly lines for that matter, but yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. This asshole is just being a dick. There's a difference between like criticizing somebody and then just being a dick for the sake of being a dick. And that's what this asshole's doing, pretty much. Hold on. Tell me where you see squiggly lines on here. Because, yeah, I don't see squiggly lines and nor do, like, I don't paint. I thought, that's why when they said paint, I thought they were talking about the other candle, the clean cotton, because they paint the lid. This is not painted, dude. You fucking idiot. What do you think? I paint 3D lines on the vessels? Like, wow, that would be fucking pretty hard to do, but okay. Perfectly straight. Where do you see a fucking squiggle, bro? This is my candle right here. Can you guys see the mouse? The one that's lit in the front is the candle that I made. Tell me where you see a squiggly line, bro. Tell me. See, this is what Laura doesn't do because I have an asshole trying to criticize me, but failing terribly at it. Where do you see a squiggly line? Tell me. In there. Anybody? Thank you. Forgotten Whispers, my wood shop. Oh, thanks. And I'm like, where do you see a squiggly line on there? Oh, that's really cute. Hey, man, don't knock the dollar stores. I'm all about that life. Actually, I got to go to Dollar Tree because at some point today because I need new mixing cups. I've been very lazy about cleaning my mixing cups. I absolutely love the tray. I love it. It's so cute. That's such a good idea. And I like the little cow in the background. So cute. But like the whole setup, it just looks so good together. Everything. I can't believe this. See, you know what I'm saying? Like Laura would never sit there and be like, well, what's wrong with my candle? Because she knows that when people are sitting there and saying that a label is fucking wrinkly and looks like shit, that they're right. I mean, how do you argue with that? How could you even argue with that? But if you're going to say things about my products, that is not true, dude. The lines are not squiggly, nor is this painted. So you're 100% wrong. Douche. Couldn't even come in under their own account and say what they got to say or criticize me from a real account. You make an account 2 days ago and then try to criticize by saying something's creepy. Or are you just jealous because, you can't do anything. You don't have a fucking talent. I think that's probably a little bit of what's going on there. Burgundy, aka Laura, just mad at my 2-second iPhone pic is better than any she takes. See, that's JP. That's actually great. It's actually good that you said that. Hold on a second, because this is a picture that you could totally use on a website right here. She made a little simple setup on a tray. The background's blurred out. Okay. And you could totally use this picture for your website. Hold on. Without any bullshit fucking app that puts fake backgrounds in. Like that totally looks like you could, maybe just move this thing out of the way because that's the other candle wrapped up. She ordered 2. And that's the second candle. But like you could totally take a picture like this and use it for your website with a phone. How hard is that to do? I mean, really, it's a good picture. So totally use that picture as a website picture right there, taken with an iPhone. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that picture. It's got good lighting. It's good. It's a great picture, you know. And she set it up nice. I mean, you can totally fucking use that as an advertisement on your website. That's why I don't understand why fucking Laura goes through so much trouble to take pictures of things the way she does when it's like, you know, it's not the camera, it's not all these things that you think it is. It's you. It's you. It is. It's a perfect picture. And you could totally use that on a website. I see people take pictures of like you know, themselves holding a product and like the grass in the background and they put that on their website. Like as long as it's a clear picture, that's all you need, you know, at the end of the day. I think if you can just keep your property, I lost a lot of property when my parents died. Ooh, that's not good. Who's losing their property? I was just hired to stock and they only had me on the register. I wasn't into it, so I'll be done scanning just straight into the bag. Merry Christmas. Whoa, you giving products away? That's not good. It's her fucking brain. That's shit with all the coke she did. Ah, why is she continually working on her website? Because she refuses to work on the things that actually need to be worked on, like branding, you know, like just spending. I think just me in my personal opinion, I'm not saying this because I think my shit's like perfect. There's still things I gotta work on. I'm brand new though, man. I only haven't even been had a business, if you want to even call it that, for a year. But like from what I learned in school and everything else, you know, and my career that I have been part of, like graphic design, branding is so important to have like a look and then stick with that look and make yourself a brand identity. You know, that to me, her time would be better served doing that, even if she has to invest a little money. You know, like for to me, she should have taken that money that she invested in the camera to take better pictures allegedly, and invested into, you know, paying a graphic designer to get you a branding, get some branding, get a logo designed, you know, like stop trying to design logos yourself because you're not doing good at it. And just get a completed logo and then work from there, you know, figure out what you want. That I was trying to ask her, I remember when she was doing her candles at first, and I actually have a picture of the candle. I was trying to show her an example, what you want your branding to be. Hold on. I still have the picture and I can't find this candle anywhere. I really liked it. It was a good candle. It was my mom's um candle. And I was just trying to show her how you could do, like there's this, hold on, certain ways you could do things as far as branding goes, right? And layouts. And I was trying to show her an example and how, like a style example, because that was the one question. Because I was going to do this for her as her friend as a favor. I was going to design a logo for her. And I'll never forget, she went up on a live one day and she's like, oh, well, Makeup Mobster hasn't done it. And I'm like, well, you haven't told me what you wanted. So I'm not going to just design something out of thin air. You need to let me know what exactly it is that you're looking for. What's the style? What's the feel that you're going through? So I showed her this. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Hold on a second. Ugh. This I liked the design on this, and I suspect somebody broke it. My husband stole it from me because it's a manly scent in this candle. But I was just trying to give her some type of idea of like things you could do, right? For labels. You don't necessarily have to go with the conventional look. So I sent her this. And the only reason I remembered I had this is because I just came across it recently in my pictures and I was like, damn it, I missed that candle. I have a feeling it broke and that, you know, somebody didn't tell me. My husband stole it from me anyway. So this was my mom's candle. She got it at what's it called? At the time, I mean, maybe not so much now, but a lot of companies were doing this kind of design where it was this very Victorian, I guess, era graphics, right? With the hats and the shoes and the banners. Like when I did my who was that? My engagement party, I believe in like 2013, I tried to do it that kind of look, the graphics like that. But I was just showing her like you don't have to stick to like conventional labeling. Like the to me, there's a really cool label. And like that label to me sold the candle more than the candle itself. Even though the candle did smell very good. It was a woodwick candle. It was just like the label was really cool, you know? Like I don't mind having this around my house. And so I was like showing her like, what you could do basically, giving her an idea. But she never got back to me. So it's in my garage. That's why it's a little messy in the background. But she never really gave me a sense of what she wanted. I was just kind of showing her like this is like, this is their identity, their brand. If you buy candles from this company, their style, this is their style. This is their logo, M of WG, and they're with that very, antique look, I guess you could call it. And I'm like, so that's what I was trying to ask her. Like, what kind of look? Are you going for a modern look? Are you going for an antique look? Are you, what kind of look are you going for? She couldn't give me really an answer. And I think that's the biggest problem is that I don't even think she knows. But I mean, that's where you should invest your money, I guess, is just like, especially if you're going to be dependent on labels on your vessels, right? So you got to have a label like that'll help you. It's not going to hurt you, it's going to help you. But she don't she like you're not a fan of the cluttery labels. No, me neither. That's I don't even, I didn't put any labels on the ones I sold. I might just from now on, like I'm going to make tags, not labels. So I'll either tie them on with string. I'm not going to put stickers on my vessels. First of all, stickers aren't going to do really good. I have seen people do them on cement vessels, but they're just not, I don't know, they're not that good. Like I rather do other things to decorate the vessel rather than just, a label. But the only reason I was thinking of doing some kind of tag or label is number one to tell you how big the candle is, the size, but also the scent in case you forget, and you want to reorder it. It might be good to have some type of label on it. The only label I put on is the one on the bottom with the safety warning label. Laura took that, came up with Crooklyn Label Company. Yeah, she's like, let me go with that. Let me go with that. Laura took the conventional label idea. Came with she changed her name so many times. Like she started off as Intrepid Candles, which to me was a little bit more buildable than Energy Candles because Energy is like so many people use that. And I feel like that's so generic sounding, Like Intrepid, I wasn't a big fan of just because it sounds very masculine to me. And I feel like women wouldn't be drawn to that word as much. But she can't figure out like are you selling energy candles? So you were going with this whole like witchcraft thing, but have you really stuck with that? Are you selling that idea? Are you getting that across? Your labels don't reflect that at all. you know there's nothing about your labels that reflect what you're selling, or if that's what you're going for. And then you start making food candles, and that just throws a whole monkey wrench in things because you're like, what? How's that going with energy? Like intent, what the fucking thing did you mean? Intention candles or something? I was actually just looking. There's a place over here that does like candle making workshops because I was like, I wonder if they have like a class where you could go somewhere and like take like a full course on candle making, you know, just like a comprehensive course that teaches you anything. So I would go online, and of course they have everything in the city. You could probably find any type of class in the city. But I was like, that would just be good to take just for like, just to learn, like to have like a mentor, who could help you. So I looked it up, and there is a place here, but it's really more of like I don't know. It's not really like it's just like you go there and you make the candle. You're not really learning anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're not learning about like the science of making a candle, like the wax and the fragrance oils and the different additives you could put in it. That's what I was looking for. Because there's like things that you could add to your candles to make them more stable, and like stearic acid, or like I wanted to learn more about that, or formulating your own waxes, like blending your own waxes, why you would want to blend your own waxes. Like I don't know. That's what I was looking for, or what waxes are better to use for you know, if you want to do what are those things called? Wax melts or even making pillar candles, because that's like a whole nother animal, you know, and that's hard to do. So I would like to learn how to do that. But I couldn't find anything. Well, I didn't look all that hard either, but so anyway, the hell was the whole point with this that I was going to? Totally forgot where I was going with that. Totally forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, my whole point was that, yeah, something with that. They had all these different classes, like making candles for rituals and shit like that. And I'm like, that's not really what I'm looking for. And I was thinking of Laura, because I'm like, you know, if you're going for that vibe, then you got to sell that vibe, you know, like right now, selling a food candle and making, you know, energy, like that doesn't really match up. So it's like, you kind of got to decide where you're going with that. I don't know. She also has tarot card necklaces. Yeah. And some really nice plastic crystals. Oh, she's selling crystals. My mentor died and his wife followed him a month later. Both the liver failure. Mentor for what? Excessive wine consumption. Oh, ceramic. No. Is that what you were doing? Ceramics? I would love to do ceramics. I just, my mom, I was thinking the other day, my mom used to do ceramics, but here's the good part about making candles. You got to have your own bags of like almost like an endless supply of wax melts, because anytime I always, you know, put extra in when I'm making candles, just because, you know, why not? I'll have a little left over that I could use for myself. So I just always put a little extra in, because like sometimes when you're pouring, you know, it gets like hung up on the side or something, or it doesn't, you know, it dries and then you lose some. So I always use a little extra than I actually need. And so whatever extra I have, I'll pour myself like a couple of wax melts. So that's the fun part, is that you always have pretty much an endless supply of wax melts to fill your house with scent. I watch Shelby Sherritt here on YouTube. I love her ceramics. I watch a couple of people. It's really hard. Thank you, Celia. I keep all the wax for my candles. Yeah, that's what I wrote that in my thing. So here, I'll show you what I do. This candle is pretty much done, okay? And I got really confused with this testing. So I'm going to have to actually completely retest this thing, because I just got confused. Something, I think I put the wrong wick on, labeled it wrong. I suspect I did, unless I could be wrong. I could have done everything right. Like, hey, let's just let the heat. But anyway, all right. So when this is burning, I can see it looks like there's probably more in there than there is, but there's probably about this much left at this point. Yeah, freaking don't mind my nails. Yes, they're dirty because I have clay under them. Because I was working with it before. So anyway, so what I do now is I'm going to put this in my freezer for like an hour or two, and then I might have one in there. I'll show you. Hold on. I might already have one. So there's like a 1/4 inch left. So I take that, put it in my freezer for an hour. Sometimes I just forget about them and leave them overnight, but I'm going to say an hour is probably the best case scenario. I do have one in there, but I don't know if this one's going to come out, because I don't know what kind of wax this is. I have no idea what kind of wax that is. Well, anyway, after I'm done, I bang it out on the table. And usually I'll just turn it over, give it a couple of smacks on the counter, and usually it'll pop right out. You don't want to break your vessel, so don't hit it maybe that hard. And then what I do is I'll just pop the wick out. I don't have one I can show you with, but I'll pop the wick out, and then the leftover wax, like I have to do it with these two. So I'll put these in the freezer. These are two of the testers before I sent out my painted vessels. So I'll put these in the freezer right now for like 2 hours. And then later on, I'll just turn it over and I'll smack it, and it should all come out in one piece. If it doesn't, you can just like put like a butter knife in there and pop it out. And then I just take the wick out, and make sure there's no like black stuff on it, and throw it in my wax warmer. So, in fact, I'm gonna be making wax warmers soon. That was another thing gonna invest in. There's a mold where you could do an actual wax warmer. So I'm trying to make things like as sustainable as possible where like nothing really gets wasted, you know? You're not throwing out the candle jar. You're gonna use that. You could use that again. And then also the wax, you could throw it out, but you could remelt it in a wax warmer and at least get the last, you really shouldn't burn the candle until all the wax goes away. You should leave like a 1/4 inch of wax in there because you really run the risk of like your vessel exploding if you, or whatever, just overheating if you let it burn all the way down till there's no wax left. I mean, that's like asking for your house to go on fire. So I stab the wax with a fork, give it a twist. There you go. I usually like in those because they're sealed and it's so smooth on the inside, it usually just pops right out, but I don't have one that's like ready to go right now. So could order a cheap test kit online and send it in if they send you the results. For what? What's that? See you later, Adam. My best friend reads tarots. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Ground and atmosphere, but comes up from the ground. Ooh, what's that? What are you guys talking about? I have a candle warmer when I've burned down to the bottom. When I burn down to the bottom, I put the vessel in the warmer. I use every drop of wax. Yeah, that's what I do too. I do the same thing. I don't waste anything, and then once it's like I don't get it. Wait, I still do artwork at home. If you want those pinch pots, you're gonna have to install craft lens nails. Yeah, no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. I look, if I could still do it though, Mona, because I use instead of using my thumb, I just use a tool in place of it, and the outside of my fingers are fine. It's just my thumb, I can't get my thumb in there, so I use a tool that has like a rounded end, or I use my roller, and I still get the same result. Look, you don't realize how resourceful you get until you have long nails because there's a lot of shit. Because everybody's always like, oh my God, how do you do anything with those nails? I could do everything I always did with my nails. Like, I don't know. I don't know why people always ask that, but I guess you just have to do things differently sometimes. Like taking out my contacts, for example. I can't take my contacts out with my fingers anymore. So I use Q-tips and they pop right out. People always like assume like you have long nails, it must mean you're like helpless and you don't do anything. I still do everything I've always done, all the crafts I've always done, artwork, everything, tools, building things. Like it doesn't matter. I just sometimes have to do things differently, but I still could do them. You just have to figure it out. Like for instance, if I don't want to break my nail opening a soda can, I'll just grab like a spoon and pop it under there. Why is the Republican ass trying to come up here? No thanks. I'm like looking down at this screen. Like, why? Why? I gotta get off here in a couple of minutes anyway. I don't even know if that's actually her because she didn't come and chat, and I'll be getting off here in about 10 minutes anyway. So, but I don't think that's even her. I don't even know if it's her. Might be. Or is Republican Ash the troll? That's Sarah. How the fuck did Republican Ash get the link, dude? I haven't put it in there for like a good hour, half hour. I'm used to making my hand molds and face molds. You could do it too. You get a beautiful result. I used to do my daughter's hands. She has the most beautiful fingers. Oh yeah, you could do that. You could I'm assuming that's how that thing I posted in my community page was made with their hands. How come is she still up there? Sorry, Ash. I'm getting off here in a couple minutes, but I don't even know if that's her. Why would she come in here and not even say a word in chat and then take a link to come up on panel? That don't make no sense. Look, hold on. It's fucking weird. Hold on. You guys see it? Like they're just hanging there. Is that her? There she is, right here. Right here. Like, what the fuck? It definitely can't be her, dude. I don't believe it's Republican Ash. I don't know why she would just randomly come here and then just sit here. If it's her, she could text me, but I'm getting off of here in like 5 minutes anyway. So she's kind of fucking weird. Like, what? I don't know if that's her or not her. Wait, can you hold on a second. Authenticated with YouTube. Oh, it is her. All right. Well, sorry, Ash. I'm getting off here in a couple minutes, but I'd love to chat with you in the future. In the future. No offense. I'm gonna be getting off here in a couple of minutes. I don't want to like bring you up only to, have to cut you off and tell you I gotta go in a couple of minutes. That is kind of odd, right? And she's still there. But it's just what's odd about it is like I put the link in the chat for the fucking troll, unless she's a troll. I don't think she is, but I'm just saying. But like that was like over 40 minutes ago. And like she didn't come in here and like say hi or anything. It's kind of weird, no? Bro, there's some weird people here. Kind of weird. Tuberose scent. Ooh, it doesn't smell like roses. I personally do not enjoy the scent of roses, like anything rose scented. I know some people do. I just personally like don't care for it all that much. But I have a couple of scents I'm gonna be ordering. Who was asking for? Oh, somebody was asking about the Irish Spring. By the way, if there's a specific scent that you guys like and you want a candle in that scent, let me know. And you could pay me like via PayPal, I guess, and I could do like a kind of custom order thing with that. It's kind of hard because somebody was asking the other day. It's just for me, for the whole process that it takes for me to make a candle, I don't have the vessels pre-made, so I feel like it's easier for me to make the candles then sell them than it is for me to like do custom orders, especially in like big quantities and like let people pick like, oh, I want this scent with this vessel. That's just like I can't really do that at this point. I'd have to have a lot of vessels pre-made, and that would be very hard for me to do just by myself. It's not like I could go order a case of, you know what I'm saying, a specific vessel and just have it on hand. I have to make everything and then I have to seal everything. So that's why I'm doing it this way, because I feel like it's the easiest way for me to do it, just given the way that I have to do everything. But with that said, if you do want a specific one, like in one of the vessels that I have, because I'm going to be adding more as time goes on, just let me know, and then you could either pay me through PayPal or something. We'll figure it out, and I could do that. I'd have to order the scent you want. Like, so if there's like a specific scent, like beef ribs, she wanted that specific scent. I went and ordered this scent and I made it for her. She didn't pay me. It was a gift to her as a friend. But I'm just saying, like if you're looking for a specific scent, just let me know and I could figure it out. We'll figure it out somehow. My dad smelled like Old Spice. I bet you anything they have an Old Spice scent. I bet you anything. This Midnight's Dream, what is it called? Midsummer's Dream. The one I bought for beef eggs, which I really like it. And I didn't think I was gonna too, because I'm not really like, I don't know. If it was up to me, I would sell everything would be like fruity scented or what do you call it? Clean cotton scented or whatever, like a fresh scent. I like fresh scents. Well, I guess maybe that's why I do like this one, because it is a kind of fresh scent, you know. But I have to realize that people like other scents too. So, do you know what? There's one that I was totally shocked that I didn't think I was gonna like. It's called. Hold on a second, because I typically don't like these smells. Well, there's one called honeysuckle, and that one's all right. I bought a bunch of samples, Oh, this one, Driftwood Island. This one actually smells really good. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but funny enough, I was in Target like 2 weeks ago, well, a couple weeks ago now. It was before Christmas, and they had these candles that were on clearance, and they almost looked like they were in cement vessels. So I picked them up just to look at them, and I'm smelling them, and I'm like, ooh, these actually smell good. And it's not like the typical scent that I like. So I've been trying to expand my scent palette basically, because I always tend to gravitate towards like more softer vanilla scents, food scents. Like I like the food scents, like the bakery scents. A lot of people don't like those. Um, and I don't really go towards like earthy natural scents. So like driftwood, that would be considered an earthy scent. But I opened this candle and I was like, ooh, I like it. And I'm not a big fan of florally scents. That's like one thing I really don't like. Like I like sweet, soft, fresh scents. I would, if I had to explain myself as you know what I'm saying? Like what I get attracted to. So anyway, so I do like this one and the driftwood. I was shocked, but so the candles that I smelled in Target, I was like, ooh, it's actually really cool. Like one of them was something orchid, salted orchid, something, and I liked it. So I found scents that match the notes, and I'm gonna try to replicate those. But I'm actually surprised at the amount of scents that I like that I wouldn't typically gravitate towards. You know, so the other one I liked that I was shocked. I thought it was going to be disgusting. Is this one called Coffee Shop? And I was like, this is not going to smell good. Like, how the fuck do you replicate coffee smell? It doesn't smell exactly like coffee, but whatever it does smell like, it actually smells really good. Like, I didn't think I would like that, but it smells really good. So there's a candle one with the wax is black, smells like a guy's cologne. Angel, that's what this one, the black candles that I posted in my community page the other day, that's what this smells like. It smells like men's cologne. It's called Midsummer's Night. I don't know. It says on the bottle, it said Midsummer's Night type fragrance oil. So I'm assuming that Midsummer's Night is either Yankee Candle or because whenever they write type on there, it's like a replicated scent, like the clean linen. It says clean cotton type, you know. So usually when they write that on the bottle, it means because they're replicating the scent from somewhere else. And I think that it would be, I don't know. I don't know if it's a Bath and Body Works scent. Maybe somebody in here knows. I don't know. Like I have one that says Bombshell VS type. So that's a Victoria's Secret Bombshell scent. I haven't tested that one yet. Pink sugar crystals. That's my absolute right behind clean cotton. Pink sugar crystals is my favorite. Kind of smells like cotton candy, but a little softer, more with a vanilla kind of scent. I actually tested this one too, pineapple upside down cake. That one smells really good. So, and this Driftwood Island, I want to get a bigger bottle of it because I used it with a wax that I don't know. I don't think it's throwing the scent good enough. So I want to try it in the wax that I normally use and see how that works. I know it's stupid as fuck. Oh, dude, I love the way gasoline smells. What do you mean? Midsummer Night is a Yankee Candle scent. Okay. See, and I think I've smelled that before, like in their candle, like in their vessel, and I don't like the way it smelled. But I like it in this candle. So maybe it's a little different. Dude, gasoline yesterday, I got gas. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was like 2 days ago. I was like driving my son to practice and I got gas on my hand. And I was like, the whole way, I'm like, oh, it smells so good. I love the way it smells. I don't know how good it would smell as a candle, but I took a tour in France with him. Ooh, who's that? I used to get Scentsy wax melts. They make something called Luna. Oh, I've seen that somewhere, Shannon. Luna. I feel like I've seen that because I've been looking at the scents lately because I'm filling up my cart to order more. So, is there wood shaving smelling candle? Ooh, maybe like a sawdust. I don't know. I don't know if they have exactly that smell, but they have like fresh cut grass and all that. Vanilla latte by an individual scent. I'm not into mixing scents yet, though. I haven't gotten that far. I have mixed a couple that I just know would go good together. Like I mixed the not clean cotton. I mixed the uh, what was it? Vanilla and the pink sugar crystals, and it actually smelled really good together. But some of them I've tried mixing together, and like one of them just completely overpowers the other one. So I'm for right now, I'm just doing like basic scents. And then, maybe one day I'll become like a mixologist with scents. But right now, I love cedar smell. I love the pine, whatever, those types of candles, the Christmas trees. I used to smell gas when I was younger. I love gas. Woohoo, do I love gas? What smells like great dino nuggets? I have a homemade wax melt that's called Wake Up Call. It smells like chocolate coffee. That's what this stuff smells like. It smells like it's called I forget the name of it. I ordered it as a sample because you get a free sample when you order them, and it's called Coffee House or something. All right. It's called Coffee House. And hold on, I think I have it somewhere. And it smells almost like that's the best. Oh, here it is. Coffee House from the Flaming Candle. It definitely has a coffee chocolatey kind of scent, I would say. I don't know, whatever it is, it's really good. It's called Coffee House. It smells really good. So I'm definitely gonna put that in something at some point. And then whatever this is. This is somebody was asking about pumpkin, but I'm like, that's kind of like a full scent. Like I feel like you can't sell that. But this one's really good too. It's called pumpkin spice. Ooh, that smells really good too. So I love butane lighter smell. Oh, you mean like a no, what did my dad used to use? The Zippo lighters, and you had to pour the lighter fluid in there. That shit smells good too. I'm a weirdo, and I like the way the markers smell. Okay, Republican has to finally realize that she's not coming up on panel and just disappeared. What the fuck? Like that is so. Ash, if that's you, message me somewhere because that was weird. I don't know why she was just sitting there for the last 20 minutes. Like when I clearly said I'm getting off here soon. I use a frother to blend my oils. You mean like those little mixing thing with like the long metal piece that has like the little spiral, like springy looking thing? Is that what you're talking about? I just mixed it with my spatula. Now she's back. What the fuck is going on here? Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna end this anyway because I got got things to do. Ash, next time I go live, come up earlier in the stream because I seriously it's like I usually get off around this time. So um yeah, we'll talk some other time. You could always message me, you know where I'm at. But all right. All right. I'm gonna end this. I'll talk to you guys next time. It's a fucking weird place we're in. Ooh, black cherry's good. I like that too. All right, I'm out. I gotta go. Everybody, oh, have a good weekend and make sure you stay safe. Don't drive if it's shitty out. I mean, I'm gonna, but just be careful because I know it's probably snowing in a lot of other places. So just be careful out there because the roads are probably not so great. Um, anyway, all right. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. And a great weekend. And then I'll see you next time. I have honeysuckle Luna and stream. It's not letting me end it. Oh, I gotta go plug it in. All right, bye. Don't be a Melissa.